Would I sell my Toyota Tacoma? Should I? Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive. So the big question, should I sell my Toyota Tacoma? You know, I'd be lying if I didn't say that it's crossed my mind for numerous reasons, which we'll go over here in just a little bit. You know, I get the urge every once in a while. I've had somewhere around 70 new vehicles in my lifetime. So yeah, I do get the urge once in a while. But what are the reasons? What would I have to have? What would I consider in selling my Toyota Tacoma? And for those of you that don't know, it is a 2020 off-road. It's a TRD off-road with a manual transmission, with a ton of mods and things on it, which is a consideration as well. But right now, we are in unique times. And there is money to be had out there if you have a Toyota Tacoma that you might be interested in selling. You know, number one is the value of it, right? What's it worth? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to turn around and sell it at a loss. That's not going to happen. It's got a lot done to it. I've gotten tons of compliments on it. So I think it is a good, viable setup that might be attractive to a lot of people out there. Number two, why? What would I be looking for? Well, probably a different trim. I shouldn't say probably. I definitely would go with a different trim. Something other than the Sport or the TRD off-road, because I've had both, right? So that might mean an SR5, maybe the basic workman's truck would be something interested to start with. Did you know Toyota offers a workman's truck? It's very basic, nothing on it. I don't even think it has power windows. I'm not sure I could live without power windows, though. Maybe a Limited, maybe a TRD Pro. I've never had a TRD Pro in any Toyota product, meaning the Tundra or the Toyota Tacoma. So it might be kind of interesting to experience that. Start a new build. You know, I'm not done with this truck by any means. There's always things that come up, more things that I want to do, things that I want to change, maybe even perfect things that I've done already. But it would be interesting to start a new build on a lesser trim level. You know, maybe the SR5. Go out, pick up an SR5, and change things around a bit. You know, let's talk about the transmission for a minute. You know, I have the manual transmission in this truck, which I really do like. You know, I love driving the manuals. They're fun. But it would be interesting for me, particularly with the power of the automatic transmission combined with the engine and the Sprint booster. You know, I recently came across the Sprint booster. I've put it in a couple of my vehicles now. I have two more left to go, the Tundra and the Jeep Wrangler. But I would be very curious to experience it myself with the automatic transmission, to eliminate the throttle lag, see what kind of power or acceleration it gives me out of an automatic Tacoma, and find out if it does anything with the gear changes. You know, a lot of people have asked about that. Does the Sprint booster change the way it shifts? Some have said it does. Most have said that it does. I'd like to experience that myself. What about a warranty restart? You know, it's a 2020. The 2022s are coming out. 2 years of my warranty is going to be gone. I like having warranty. Recently, the warranty on my wife's Jeep Wrangler, right back here, just expired. It's over. We have no more warranty on that vehicle. It is a 2018. So now anything and everything that happens on this Jeep is on us. You know, I've had a thought about buying a different Jeep and replacing hers just to maintain warranty, especially with the Jeep. You know, they don't have the greatest track record when it comes to reliability. So warranty is important to me. Although with the Toyota Tacoma and its proven track record, I don't know that it's such a big concern for me and that it even ought to be something that I'm looking at. But still, it's in the back of my mind. So why would I sell it? Why would I get rid of it? First of all, let me clarify that there will always be a Toyota Tacoma in my garage. Even if I sold this one, I would replace it with another one. But there are challenges in doing that right now. Number one, can you even find one? I think it might be easier to find a base model than it would a TRD off-road or sport, a pro or a limited, any of the other trim levels, if you will. Much harder to find right now from what I'm seeing out there and from what I'm hearing from others as compared to the SR5. I think it would be pretty easy to pick up an SR5. Now, when it comes to the money, you know, it is a modified truck, and value on a modified truck can go either way. It can increase the value if you sell it privately and find somebody who has value in what you've done to the truck. Somebody who appreciates what these things cost and what it would cost them to go ahead and have this done with their truck. Particularly if they're not handy and they're not going to do it themselves and they're looking at labor. You could spend easily twice as much, maybe 3 times as much or more than what I've spent doing this myself if you include the labor costs. Of course, again, that only matters if you're selling privately to somebody who wants a truck that is done this way. And I do think there's a lot of value in that. If I was looking for a finished modified truck, as far as aesthetics and lifts and tires and wheels and all that stuff, this would definitely be something that I would look at. The question again, though, is how much is it worth? What are you going to pay? And for me, there is a price. I mean, everything has a price, right? To sell this truck, for me, I would have to get probably somewhere in the $65,000 to $70,000 range. I think it's worth that, given what's on it, given the labor it would take, plus the parts and everything that I've done to it, and the shape that it's in. There is nothing wrong with this truck. And I believe that everything that's been installed on this truck has been done the right way with the care and the concern that you should have when you're modifying a truck. So somebody would be getting a pretty darn good, fair deal, I think, at the $65,000 to $70,000 range. Now, I could take all the mods and stuff off, put it back to stock, save a lot of the mods for the next truck, and that then would allow me to lower the price, obviously. As for a trade-in at a dealer. A dealer is not going to give you everything that you've got in this truck. Matter of fact, they would prefer that you brought in a bone stock truck because that is going to be something that would appeal to the masses. Not everybody likes what I've done with this truck. And of course, that's going to eliminate the number of potential buyers out there. So that's another option. I could remove everything that's on it, bring it back to stock, trade it off on, say, an SR5, and then either sell those mods off to recoup some of my money or use some of them on the new truck. I did that when I bought this one. I took a lot of stuff off of my 2018 Barcelona Red TRD Sport and put them on this truck. So that's another option. I gotta be honest though, I don't enjoy doing that. You know, for me, doing a mod one time, maybe twice is okay, but uninstalling them is no fun. I don't enjoy doing that. It's not something that I would look forward to, and probably not something I really would want to do. So anyway, that's what it would take. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Should I sell it? Should I get a lower trim level and start a new build? Maybe get a higher trim level and adapt that somewhat, like the TRD Pro. I'd be curious to know what you have to say. And again, this isn't a clickbait video. It has entered my mind only really because of the increased value of used Tacomas right now. Never, usually, can you trade off any vehicle and make more than what you paid when you bought it. It would be curious to see if that would happen. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have 2 additional channels. Robmotive, FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. And Robmotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you like them, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay curious out there. Bye.